Vida came to see me in my clinic with the problem that she was having difficulty with her hip. She's a very active person who regularly does a lot of running, goes to the gym on a regular basis, and gradually over a period of time, her hip had deteriorated where it was stopping her from doing things. And she was worried that she was planning to get married in the next couple of months, and she wanted to walk down the aisle in her Jimmy shoes, and the hip was not functioning properly. So we had a discussion. I examined her hip was really stiff, and we had the proper x-rays done for her on the same day, and we found that the hip was quite arthritic, and the only option then was to do a hip replacement.
When it came to the stage where I couldn't get out of bed, I knew then that that was the time. I remember opening up Mr. Faisal's and I was like, oh, Superpath, what's this? And when I read about it, I was like, that's him. I'm going to have him. There was no discussion otherwise. So literally the next day, phoned up, saw him the day after. They phoned me up that night. I got booked in 2 weeks later.
She was an ideal candidate to have the Superpath technique done because that will preserve all the muscles around the hip and get her into a quick recovery, and also be able to get her back onto all the physical activities she wanted to do. So we booked her in, did the surgery for her, and within a couple of weeks she was back to walking properly and started even walking on the treadmill and doing other stuff, and by 8 to 10 weeks time she was back to running again.
When I woke up from the operation, I expected to be in pain, and I wasn't in pain. The progression has been great, and people see me and see there's an absolute difference in me, and it's changed me as well. I wasn't as short with people, I was a lot happier, they could see me smiling more, but I'm so pleased I've done it. I mean, I'm running. Obviously, Mr. Faisal doesn't know how much I run, but I'm running.
I was really happy on the day when she sent me pictures from her wedding in her Jimmy Choo high heels walking down the aisle with a partner. So that made me very happy on that day and very satisfied that I had given that back to her.
Walking down the aisle was amazing because obviously I didn't limp. I feel like I've got myself back again. I can't see seriously any problem with anybody else having an operation and being able to go back to the sports that they used to do.
The whole hospital here is geared up to cater to the patient's need. So right from the time they enter the hospital and see the reception staff, they are directed to the right consultant for the procedure, and physiotherapists, the nursing staff and the theatre staff, they all try and achieve the goal and facilitate the journey of the patient through the hospital and achieve their goals quicker.